It's Tuesday, boys. What's up, guys? I love Pencil here, and here we are to do a live reaction to Chapter 65 of 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. And I'm pretty excited. If you're wondering where I've been, multiple factors. But regardless of that, actually, no. Yeah, there's multiple factors. I wish that may be a whole. I'll make an update post for that for the patrons, for y'all. However, let's not waste any time. It's been a minute. I feel like we got some heat to react to this week. So let's hop right on into it. All right. Editing me. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Lance. I love how serious Lance looks. Wait, let me see. All right, and I don't want to overlap the video now. All right, let's see. Even Gawain. Ooh, Gawain's sweating. Did Escanor ever Pride Escanor ever sweat? You think their body heat wouldn't allow that? Maybe their tears are maybe their bodily fluids are adjusted to the high temperature. But let's see. Wow. So looks like the arrival of Galland and Melasculo really even all their senses are popping off. Though notably the only one without like a like a spark reaction mark is Tristan. Because he says his power too similar to his own. He's like, is that me? Let's hop right into it. So, what is this chapter known as? The Nightmare Anew. All right, of course, we open up with a double spread after I did all this zooming in. All right, we can't help that. Wait, is it all double spreads? It's all double spreads. I can find a way to fix this, can I? Can I find a way to fix this? Yeah, we'll do it this way. Yeah, thanks. Wow, it's just not letting me zoom in at all. Alright, it's done with me. But let's see. So, have you two noticed it? This is demon magic, right? So it is. That's interesting. I thought they would have been turned human. I know they're both deep. Ironically, Malaska's from the demon world, but she's not necessarily a demon. So I figured both their magic wouldn't be demonic anymore. Because like Galland doesn't look. I mean, they have darkness though. I guess so. They do still have darkness, and it's interesting. So Percival does recognize that it's demon magic, but the girth is just a bit too much for him. Yes, I've never seen it so strong and ominous. Nah, Meliodas. So I guess the idea that Meliodas didn't train Tristan at all is just a thing, right? Because there's no way Chaos Galland and Chaos Melascula are stronger than Meliodas. Like, come on now. I know they're even stronger than Zeldris, so like, this is kind of crazy. But let's see. What are you doing, little kid? It's okay, I'm scared too. I love it. Don't bother with that. I'm just shaking with excitement. I can work with that. I can work with that kind of bravado. We can work with that. Guys, grab. Let's go take it on. I gotta love some steam. Gawain, what if you just die again? Well, not die. What if you take this L again? Like, Pellgarde was nice enough to spare y'all. I know Galland. He don't spare nobody. y'all better hope y'all got gains. But okay, she's about to use warp, I'm assuming, or teleport. Interesting. So I get why he's buff. This is still technically like critical over Galland because he died in his critical over state. Like look at his helmet piece. Critical over. So since he lost his armor, he's now human. That's the thing, like, I feel like this is an impure resurrection for both of them. I feel like while they may be using demonic magic, like, these are human vessels for him. Because I think Arthur's a little bit too, I'm not going to say the word, but, like, I don't think he likes the other races too much. So I doubt he'd let them retain their demon biology, but he may let them keep their strength and ties into their magic. Because Arthur uses dark magic, but he just doesn't like demons, so I'm interested to learn about their biology, essentially. Interesting. Like, Galland now has to scratch now. I know it means nothing, but like, he has to scratch, and I wonder, like, he doesn't have a hole in his chest, so I wonder what his magic is now. Like, is he just constantly stuck in critical over? Does he still have a critical over now? It's just chaos critical over. I'm intrigued. Servants of Chaos, you said the biggest since the Holy War. You have to take them down or all of Lilianus will be destroyed. Lastly, I fear my memory is hazy. What were we doing up to now? I know one thing's for sure, Galland, the simulations beat. Oh! So this is not consensual. So, okay, so essentially Arthur did what he did with the... And that's interesting, though. That's very interesting. So essentially what Arthur did was he resurrected them, but he didn't... Because notably they mention King Arthur. They know who he is, even though I believe only Galland may have run into him. Like, Galland ran into him in passing when he invaded Camelot. But as far as I remember, Molaska never even interacted with Arthur in the original series. So it seems like Arthur... Remember essentially with... what's his face? Ardbeg. Remember with Ardbeg where Arthur just walked up and said, hey, want to be friends? So he essentially did that. I feel like he did the same thing here, where he kind of just pulled up on him and was like, what is Gucci geeking, my homeboys? Let's just resurrect, be friends. So he brought them back, but they don't have any context of how they were brought back. They don't have any idea of what they were doing. And their continuation is from that point on. Like, that point of their, like, it essentially says as if their death never happened, but at the same time, that's interesting for Molaska, because Molaska is like a free moving person. Oh, I remember. I was fighting with that man. Escanor was turned to stone. Ah, yes, that bandit bonded did me in. Then Elizabeth took away my powers. So, yeah, so they remember up to the point of their deaths, quote unquote. So, Molaska, the thing is, Molaska didn't necessarily die. She just got turned back into a snake. So, she doesn't remember that. Interesting. Elizabeth took away my powers. I don't know how much time has passed. Yeah, no time. They're still alive, aren't they? They better be. I want to find a word with them, or my anger will never be calmed. Interesting. So, I doubt these, but the thing, remember, if you remember Molaskila's magic, one of her spells was able to reincarnate the dead, but only if the dead had, like, strong, lingering hatred and emotions. Like, they had regrets within the world. So, it's, maybe Arthur's using a spin-off, or maybe even Merlin, who knows. I'm not exactly sure how these two will revive. I want to say Chaos, because I feel like they seem more human, and I feel like this whole resurrection thing is something Merlin can't really do. She would have done with Escanor. So, I'm feeling like this is Chaos-oriented, but it seems to have some of the same properties where these two are filled with regrets and a little bit of anger, but they seem a lot more, admittedly, they seem a lot more passive than Molaskila's revived people were. Like, Molaskila's revived people were just straight up angry all the time. Like, look what happened to Elaine. Meanwhile, these two, they seem kind of more so confused than anything. Ooh, okay, they're jumping down, they're jumping them, they're getting my boy. Oh, okay, so I don't recognize any of these Holy Knights, unfortunately. So, like, I just hope they don't get clapped up too easy. But, okay, so they're hitting Galland. Galland is humongous. Golly gee willikers. Molaskila, okay, so they slice at her. So they're jumping. So, essentially, I'm not sure if they're... I have no idea what that is. But I'm not as sure if they're confident in their new abilities or something like that. Or, like, because they should be able to sense the level of magic these two have as well. Like, this is... If Gawain, Percy, and Tristan can sense what's going on and their level of strength from all the way outside the kingdom, these guys right in front of them should be able to sense their strength. So, unless they're, like, confident in being able to take on commandment tier fighters, they're kind of cuckoo. But... oh, interesting. So she doesn't have her darkness. Yeah, this is definitely Chaos. Like, they may have some darkness essence in them. You can see with Galland's wings and his pants and stuff like that. But Chaos magic, because she guards herself with a fleshy construct that looks like something Arthur would make when he's on one of his bad days. But let's see. Ugh. Galland, cut that nail, bro. All right. Battle spell. Ooh, battle spell Coda. Interesting. Battle spell Coda. So he's using magic. So he doesn't have, obviously he doesn't have access to his halberd anymore. So is that just chaos magic? Or could Galland always do that? And because he always has halberd, he was like, forget it, I'm not going to do that. Interesting. Interesting. Did he cut Leonis in two? Jeez. I guess he did cut Leonis in. If Meliodas still doesn't do anything? He tripping right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like, where's the king right now? Like, golly. Like, I feel like just their mere existence in the kingdom should be like, wait a minute. But it's cool to see. It's cool to see Galland. Interesting. Do not worry, I did not kill a soul. My master told me not to do so, except for the races and those who belong or support the 7 and the 4. Golly gee willikers! So he does. He does immediately recognize Arthur as his master. That is, to be fair, they mentioned that last chapter. This isn't news. But despite having hazy memories, Arthur is their master. And they have gotten orders from Arthur, even though Galland's soul was just summoned. Like, he just got re-upped out of purgatory, supposedly, according to what Velasquez said last chapter. So it's interesting that he has he's so calm. Like this Galland is much more methodical than he was before. But he says, I didn't kill a soul, but this guy doesn't seem to be another race. But, Oh, so was that guy another race secretly or something? Because, yeah, you can see the things who died here. Like, I can't tell what he was. He wasn't a fairy. No fairies are that big except for, like, Helbram and some exceptions. And I mean, like, non-royal fairies. So I doubt he was that. The 5 races are demon, giant, fairy, goddess, human. I doubt he was any of those, so I wonder why he was attacked. Oh, I love Nakaba when he gets brutal. I'm not gonna lie. When Nakaba goes off, but yeah, you can see a giant's down because he's another race. A fairy's down because they're another race. And these are the 2 giant. That's the giant and fairy we saw a couple chapters back too. So, darn. Hey, Papa Guild Thunder. But Meliodas, a shadowy figure, is attacking the town. Yeah, I know. Send the holy knights out to rescue the city once. Says Galland Velasquez's magic. With some chaotic power mixed in, Arthur must have resurrected them. Question is, what do they want? If they seek revenge against me, are they attacking us directly? Gil, what do you think they're after? I like Gil with long hair. I don't remember if he had long hair at the end of the last series, but I like this look. He's obviously trying to, like, in some way, shape, or form, embody his dad. I think that's neat. I think his attack is clear diversion. The attackers are likely decoys. If they avoid striking the castle, rescuing a prisoner, perhaps, fail to see how that would alter the state of the war. Meliodas, the fact that we're currently retaining the initiative over Camelot. So they got to mention Bartra. Ooh, Meliodas is strapped though. He is strapped. He does have Lost Vein on him. That actually is something I was wondering the whereabouts of. I didn't mention it in any of the reviews, but I was wondering if he did keep Lost Vein on him. And it looks like he did. He didn't. Obviously, he had no reason to sell it. He became king, but I was wondering if he would keep it on him essentially. It makes me wonder. Obviously, King would likely have the Spirit Spear, but I wonder if Diane still has Gideon. I wonder if Bond still has Gortrus readily available. Like we didn't see it in the last flashback chapter. We know Gother still has Herod, but he can summon that on command. So I'm intrigued. It's Bartra. They're after Bartra's vision. So that's Margaret. That's either Margaret or Elizabeth. I can't tell. The white hair makes me want to say Elizabeth, but the light could just be brightening her hair. I'm not sure. Under Bartra's vision. Gil, I'm going out to protect. Nobody but the 7 citizens can face such a foe. So he wasn't guarding Bartra this entire time. So he was just sitting around letting the knights get kidnapped. Nakaba, you could have spun that better, buddy. I'm not going to lie, you definitely could have spun that better. Jeez. Come on now. Let's see. No, there are others. Okay, so Meliodas is confident in the string. So we're getting a good quantification for the strength of some. So unfortunately, this does reveal, and I believe it was mentioned in a Q&A a while back, for Hauser being like stronger than Matrona, which still isn't commandment level. But this does reveal that even with 16 years of training, it seems like our Holy Knight crew did not reach commandment level. Because Gil Thunder, one of the strongest ones, is like, homie, we can't do that. we can't be commandment tiers. Which is, I mean, it makes sense narratively. man, but now they're fodder. Like if we're already leaping to commandment tiers and the 4 knights are already on that level, like the holy knights were fodderized before they could get fodderized again. Like, come on now. However, no, there are others. Let's see. We shall cause some more havoc until the 7 deadly sins appear. Hope this nation can hold out until then. Interesting. Oop, teleportation? Yup. Look at the squad, look at the squad, look at the squad, look at the gang, look at the gang. Who are these two? They just appeared before our eyes. They teleport in. Interesting how Gawain's teleport has a warning, though. Like, that little dust cloud. I hope that doesn't appear every time. Because it makes it all... Like, Merlin's teleport was like... up, down, all around the town. Like, I hope... I really, really, really hope that that whole, like, circle thing doesn't last. Get rid of that, Gawain. But, appear before... Nakama, you forgot to draw his pants. Ugh. The scent. Why have so many things I've been reading recently have to do with smell? The scent of this woman's magic. I've caught it before, yes. Escanor, the lion son of pride. But why her? Who is she? Galland, that silver-haired boy. Could it be a mix of light and dark magic? It's just like theirs, isn't it? So even, and that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. But even in base, you can sense that Tristan has light and dark magic. It's interesting because Percy, I don't think Percy commented on that. Like, he commented on, like, sensing these two as demons, but he notably didn't sense Tristan as a demon, or at least he didn't comment on it. Interesting. But they can sense him. Now, Leotis, dragon son of Ra. It's interesting how, I mean, this may just be a narrative thing. Like, it may just be a general narrative thing where, like, they're referring, like, this is more for the audience rather than the characters inside the narrative. But, like, and this may play into the fact that they're, like, disoriented because they're, like, back from the dead and stuff like that. But it's very interesting that they're referring to these guys like their, like, original titles, like Escanor, lion son of pride, Meliodas, dragon son of wrath, Elizabeth, daughter of the supreme deity. Like, yeah, yes, they are. But you could just say it's Elizabeth and Meliodas. But I suppose, once again, Nagaba said he's writing this for kind of like two sides of the fandom, like, or like new fans and old fans. So I guess this is more for old fans who didn't know the titles of the previous sins and the previous characters and stuff like that. So how will we fight them? Perfect way left some steam. How dare they resurrect such brutes? Tristan low-key got that demon time in him too. He has it. It's lurking. It's lurking. Look at this disaster. You're gonna pay for this, you garbage. Yo, Lance is goated. I hate to say, like, I don't hate to say I love it, but Lance so far still is my favorite knight. Like, I really like Gawain, but she showed a side of herself that I'm not necessarily too interested in. But like Tristan and Lance, they're definitely up there now. Another one. No, I can sense it can't be. Bond of the 7 deadly sins and that hateful fairy clan girl. Who are you people? We are the 4 knights. Why are you snitching? I mean, I guess you're gonna kill him. But like, why is you snitching, bro? But she's gonna send him back to the underworld. The Knights of Prophecy, here to crush the forces of chaos. Okay, at least I love how everyone's confident and posed up. Like, Lance still got the hands in the pockets. Tristan is firm. Gawain's grinning, but he's so concerned. And that's the end of the chapter. All right, that was pretty good. Overall thoughts, that's pretty decent. Kind of. I mean, I know it would have just been like a repeat of the previous curb stomp we got when it came to Galland and Melascula. Well, really, Melascula never fought Melly. She just tried to slurp his soul out. So technically, it wouldn't be a retread for her, but it would be a retread if Galland got pieced up by Meliodas. But I will admit, like, I like that we're pushing the four knights very hard, as like these are the solutions to the narrative. They are the ones to slay chaos people specifically. But at the same time, it's like, yo, what if? I know this makes no sense. What if, because Grimoire isn't in the kingdom anymore, he's just allied with Leonis. What if Veronica's the person in the third hood? I was saying it was Jericho just for like that dramatic reveal with Lance, but like, Could be Veronica, you never know. But it is interesting to see these two resurrected. But yeah, this is much more like another build-up chapter. Another build-up chapter. That's armor. No, I need to look that up. I'm gonna figure out who that is. I'm gonna try. However, really, really solid chapter. I like it. It's great to see these two back, see their new abilities, see the new variations on their abilities with Galland's whole like replacement battle spear. He has battle spells now instead of his halberd. We see that Melascula has a meaty tentacle thing instead of darkness. Like, generally, I'm very interested to see where this could go. However, tell me what you guys think in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. Obviously, this is amazing. I still can't believe this is actually happening. That I can do this for y'all makes me super happy. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off.